Avan, Tom, how are you doing?
Good
Good
man,
man, how you
how are you?
doing?
Very well, thanks so much for your time.
No,
Pleasure.
thank you.
Oh, Avan, I'm going to start with you. We can say that the first day for Leon doesn't go that well as police officer, just the way it was in the video game series. And I
Yeah.
was wondering what went wrong on day one of the very first project you ever worked on?
Day one of the very first project. In the movie industry, lots goes wrong. I mean it's the nature of the film industry. But I think that I think like maybe like Leon, you adapt as best you can to the scenario, and you sort of move with the punches and shake it up. And yeah, I don't know even what my first day of anything was. I've been doing this a long time. I've been doing this 15 years. I'm tired. Tired. Don't know. I don't
Right.
know. But it's about being adaptive, and Leon is about as adaptive as you can be when a zombie apocalypse is breaking out all around you.
Absolutely, yes. And Tom, gamers of course know that Wesker isn't necessarily the person you can fully trust. And that was only because you are an actor. As an actor, I can imagine that a lot of people try to be around you because they really love you, because they care for you. But I can imagine that some people try to be part of your life because you are, Tom Hopper, a well-known actor. And I was wondering, how do you know which people you can trust? How do you recognize the ones that are serious about you and the ones that are not?
Oh well, I'm far too trusting a person. I think they're all the same.
Yeah. No,
Um,
now you have to question. Now you have to question your whole life. He's just
yeah, I
brought up
know. I'm
something. You're
like,
like,
should I have married my wife?
yeah. You go to your wife. You go next door. You look at your
Uh,
children, and they're like looking up at you, like, "I love you, Daddy," and you're like,
I love you,
"Oh,
Daddy. I promise. It's not just because I
I
watch a
promise,
movie.
it's not."
Uh, no, I think the best way to be in that situation, really, and I think I've been very fortunate with the people that are around me. But
Right.
I also, when I'm not making movies, I'm I live in a very kind of rural, normal setting, so I don't. I think the people I'm surrounded by are people who will always, kind of take you for who you are anyway. I'm not in circles where I'm sort of around those kind of people. And a lot of the people that I'm friends with, like very close friends with, have been in my life for a very long time. So they just know me as Tom, and I'm no different, So I don't think,
Right.
yeah, I like to try and take people at face value if I can, and try not to think about any of that sort of stuff, because I don't think it serves me very well.
Right. And Avan, it's of course the circumstances that forced Leon to become a better police officer very fast in that night. And I was wondering if you do remember a specific moment or day in your life where the circumstances kind of forced you to quickly become a better artist.
I love this. It's all like it's like it starts with the Resident Evil thing, then it's like, okay, personal. I think all the time. I mean, I think I try to put myself in scenarios where I'm constantly being asked to level up as a person, as an artist, and just as through, like, get kinder, get nicer, get um, braver, get less afraid. And so yeah, I'm constantly trying to put myself in scenarios. Like I just directed a movie this year that I wrote in Sudbury, Ontario, baby. Come on,
Oh yeah,
Tom.
congratulations,
I,
man! I remember when you were
I
planning
went
it.
right back. I went right back.
You went
Um,
back in there. Yeah.
yeah, right back in there, the Buddha and everything. So yeah, so but that was terrifying, terrifying event. Also during COVID, we not a big film, so if we can't get anyone sick, but it was stressful, like a big stressful sort of thing. And but I like to put myself in scenarios where um, I'm pushing, if I'm pushing myself out a little outside of my comfort zone.
Right. And Tom, my last question will be for you, because what I love about the video game series is, that you always have to go back and forth, to collect the keys and to put the pieces together you find in order to be able to open the door you want to open. And I was wondering if that is something you can relate to as an actor, how much back and forth was necessary at the beginning of your career until you were finally able to open the door you want to open.
Yeah, I mean, that's an ongoing thing, I think, with the acting career. That never really goes away. You're always, especially if you're ambitious and you're always striving to get better and to do bigger and better things, or to challenge yourself. There's a lot of doors of opportunity. I always say this, you know, with this career and in life generally, you know, you get presented with doors of opportunity, and it's kind of up to you whether you take the key, for want of a better word, you know, and you open that door and go through it and see what's on the other side. I think you have to take a few gambles in this career, and a few chances, and sometimes they pay off and sometimes they don't. But ultimately, unless you take those chances and you walk through those doors, you never know. And it's about seizing opportunity. You know, I think finding those keys where you go, oh, that key's an opportunity. You know, you gotta take it. So yeah, that's just part of it, and it never stops. I think anyone in this career that sees it as like you're always learning, you know, you're always a white belt, right? You're always like learning, trying to take it in, and never thinking that you know it. That's, for me, the most important.
Awesome. Yeah. Mr. Hopper, Mr. Jogia, thank you so much for your time today. Seriously, a huge Resident Evil fan since the 90s, and it was so nice to recognize, you know, like all the set pieces from the game. So it was
cool.
Great.
Thanks so much, guys, for your time.
Awesome. Thank you.
Thanks, man. Great question.